Wednesday of the third week of Advent. The first reading comes from Isaiah 45, and that's another passage taken from Deutero-Isaiah. In this passage, God emphasizes the fact that He's the creator of everything. He is the only God that exists. So we should remove all the other gods from our lives, and we should recognize that God, who has created all things, can do anything. Therefore, we shouldn't doubt God's goodness. If God is not sending us what we have prayed for, maybe it's because God believes that it's good for us to wait a while, or maybe what we pray for is not the best thing for us. God is all-powerful. He can do all things. And what's unusual for this time, God is the only God who exists. Therefore, He's also the God for the pagan peoples. This is an idea that's new in Israelite history. Before this time, they thought of Yahweh as the God of Israel, and all the other countries had their own gods. Maybe Yahweh was the most powerful of the gods, but the other gods existed. Now we hear that Yahweh is the only God that exists. He has created all things. And again, we have to remind ourselves, sometimes we create little gods in our life. Television, gossiping, certain racial attitudes. Do we worship those gods, or do we worship Yahweh, the only God who exists? The Gospel is from Luke 7, and two of the disciples of John the Baptist come to see Jesus. Now, why did John the Baptist send those disciples? Did he really want to know who Jesus was, to make sure? Or was it because he realized he was going to die shortly, and he wanted his disciples to start following Jesus? Well, what do the disciples see? That Jesus cleanses lepers, expels demons, causes the blind to see, the lame to walk. That they knew Jesus through what he was doing. And again, that's a reminder to us, both in terms of what God does for us, but in terms of what we do in front of others. We should have very few words, but many actions, because our actions speak louder than our words. And therefore, as we prepare for Christmas, we should ask ourselves, what am I going to do to make life easier for somebody who needs my love? And may God bless us.